So here we are again, ladies and gentlemen, on another one of our adventures of Ferrari, the fearless hero XPulse. Now where are we? We're nearly on 7,000 kilometers, and most of that has been done either flat out on a tar road, or actually more of it's done on dirt roads. A bit like this one. In fact, dirt roads way worse than this one. And it's perfect. There's nothing wrong with this bike. Everything is still working fine. Nothing is rattled off except the number plate that genuinely that rattled loose and fell off. But it was made here in South Africa, so who cares? Everything else is perfect. Nothing has gone wrong so far. However, it has gone for a service once, and that was fine. It just, while it was there, the technicians at Hero decided that Ferrari would look better with black handguards and black mirrors. And I kind of agree with them, it does look damn cool. Today we're going somewhere special. We're in what used to be called Bophuthatswana. It's now part of the northwest province of South Africa. And we're going to go climb up a really big rock.
That is right. We are heading into the deep bush to find something called Jericho Rock, a massive bulge of solid stone piercing through the otherwise unsuspecting flat landscape. It's around 120 kilometers from Johannesburg and around 80 kilometers from Pretoria, and all but the last 16 kilometers or so is accessible by tar roads.
Or you could just do the fun route and go up the canal road, as we've had on the show previously. Canal road's about 80 k's, it's a lot of fun. I would go up that way, and then I think you're maybe 10, 15 kilometers from here, and it's an easy ride on dirt roads to get here.
But before we head to the rock, we first have to pop in at Mokgatle Trails, about 10 kilometers from the rock, to see Alex and Betsy Fullard. Their place has a beautiful pool, some wildlife, and a place to get a cool beverage. But more so, this is where you pay 200 Rand to have permission from the locals to visit the rock. It is on tribal land, and Alec and Betsy look after all the trails heading to it, plus make sure the local tribe gets its fair share of earnings. And then we were off to the rock, on roads that might otherwise look like dirt freeways.
These roads are interesting, to say the least. They're sort of wide and quite sort of well maintained, but with all the cars driving along, it sort of mashes it up, so you're riding along on these sort of ruts, and in between the ruts are in in South Africa we call them middelmannetjies, which is that sort of mound in the middle between where the wheels go, and that's just made of soft sand. And every now and again the ruts will just change direction a little bit, and suddenly you find yourself changing direction without your consent. The bike just sort of does it for you. It's a little unnerving for people who aren't used to sand. I've done 20 desert runs through lots of sand. I'm quite used to it, but even I every now and again get a bit nervous at this. Luckily we're on something light, like Ferrari, that weighs nothing. It's lighter than air.
After some bush scouting, we eventually reached civilization, a town called Gatsokwe, formerly known as Bupudang, and the place that Jericho Rock calls home.
So here we go into the town. You don't really notice it. You sort of go into the town, you're going, oh look, we're in a town, and then you sort of glance that way and it's a big rock. I've been in this village a few times now, and it's I don't know, it's just a warm place, you know. There's places you go to where sort of you get looked at a bit strangely. It makes you a bit uneasy. This place, they're just like, ooh, who's this guy? Hello. And it's cool. It's very, very cool.
You might think that there are big roads and signposts pointing to the area's major attraction, but no.
And this is where it gets interesting. You have to there's no sort of direct route there. You have to sort of thread your way through the town and then get there. In fact, 20 years or more ago, there was not even a road to get there. Excuse me? There was no actual path to get there. Alex and Betsy had to actually clear it. They cleared a path themselves. Well, they were the first ones to go there with 4x4s and that. They cleared a path to get there and sort of opened the way for tourism. And the locals seem to have embraced it. I mean, everybody who comes here just gets sort of welcomed and happy and yay. And that's so awesome. The big rock isn't actually called Jericho Rock. That's not its official name. And Jericho is a town, but it's sort of that way, quite some distance that way. This rock didn't really have a name. and if anything, it's named after this village, not Jericho. But some of the first people with access to Google arrived and marked it on Google as Jericho Rock, and now whenever anybody looks it up, it's Jericho Rock, so it's become known as Jericho Rock. From this point of view, it is majestic. Holy cow, from over here. I don't like the maxi sign.
It was then that we arrived at the rock itself, and a problem.
Now, obviously, we're not going to go up this wall face over here because, well, Ferrari is made to run smoothly, efficiently, economically, and easily, but it's not made for horsepower. Just not sure. I'm quite sure it'll run out of steam before it gets to the top, and that's the only reason I'm not riding up here. Obviously, if I had more power, you know, easy, but I don't. How unlucky. I'll just have to go around.
However, being completely undaunted, we moved on.
So what we're doing now is we're threading next to the rock. Yeah. It's a fun little path through the trees over here. And they tell me there's an easier way. Not that I need an easier way, obviously. I mean, I could have gotten up there easily. That was the easy way for me, but, you know, poor Ferrari. I don't want to put him through that strain. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And with that, we head up the side of the rock.
Okay, let's go. Okay, this is a lot easier. We're now on the actual rock itself. Busy climbing. Bumpy and rather steep. Bumpy and steep. Come on, Ferrari, don't let me down. I think that's the top there, but still a lot of upness to go. We need to conquer the upness. Oh, okay, this looks steep. This bit looks particularly... come on! Ferrari, come on! Yes! Yes! Okay, we're still not quite at the top. There's a bit here to go. Steep. We're over here. Yeah! Yes!
And here we go, just as the sun is setting, we're here at the top, and it's amazing that there are gems like this so close to where people live. Rustenburg is not far that way. Tabazimbi is not far. Pretoria is that way, about an hour or so. Joburg, kind of that way, hour and a half. And you come to a gem like this, just out in the middle of nowhere, it's just sea of land forever. Not a sea of city, not a sea of anything. There's a lovely village over here, and then just a sea of bush and openness and sort of wonder. It's just, yeah, why don't we do this more often? As a matter of fact, let's do that more often. Yes.